knocking, but you can't come in. I hear you knocking, but you can't come in. Why do I always save doing my nails to the last minute? Hey, this is Erica Horowitz, and thank you for being here. If you're new, please subscribe down below, or just if you haven't done it already, hit subscribe if you feel so called. I post a lot of videos on personal development and productivity and going for your dreams, ultimately because I just want to encourage more and more people to do what they want to do with their time. I feel that time is our most precious resource, as we hear over and over again, but it's so true. And so why not live life on our own terms and create the kind of lives that we really want, infusing them with things that we love and are passionate about, and just like getting rid of as much of the stuff that we're not that into. Just get rid of that stuff. You know what I mean? So that's kind of what I talk about on this channel, plus a little bit of fashion, a little bit of New York, a little bit of hip hop vibes thrown in because I love that stuff. So if you're into that, hit subscribe, and just in general, thank you so much for being here. So I don't know about you, but I hate bringing old stuff from the old year into the new year. Old emotional baggage, old limiting beliefs, or beliefs that just no longer serve me, old goals that perhaps sounded appealing to go for at one time, but now I'm just not really so into them anymore. But almost more than that, or at least equally important, I hate bringing the weight and the clutter of unorganized pictures on my phone, or thousands of unread emails, or a box sitting in my closet full of stuff that I just didn't know what to do with at the time, or I haven't gotten to, so I just threw it all in this one place, and it's just sitting there, just waiting to be dealt with, and just feeling that nagging weight. I could make so much progress in my life in so many other areas, but if I have this kind of unorganization and clutter, I feel so icky. I feel weighed down, especially going into a new year that is supposed to be like a blank slate. I know January 1st is sort of an arbitrary date, and we can reinvent and change ourselves whenever we want to, and I do. But it does provide us nice structure, a nice amount of time to kind of look back on like what we've collected, what things we have going on, digital clutter, physical clutter, things we wanted to learn to be able to advance ourselves that we just haven't gotten to yet. You know how they say if you want to work out in the morning, lay your clothes out the night before, have all that ready, have your sneakers by the door so that when you wake up, you don't even really have to think about it too hard. You just throw on your clothes, throw on your sneaks, and go. That's kind of the same feeling here. It's like I just want to like get all that stuff out of the way and prepared so that when I move into 2019, I feel free and just ready to do the things that I actually want to do. This is not something we need to be perfectionist about. Because frankly, probably the reason why a lot of this digital and physical and other clutter is there is because we were doing our best to focus on the most important things at that time. Whether it was, you know what, I'm not going to clean this closet out today because I'm writing my book or building my business, or I'm not going to deal with these emails right now because I'm focused on establishing relationships with my loved ones, and that can wait. And so while of course we want to create systems throughout the year, and we can have a whole other video on that, we want to create systems throughout the year to capture these things and ideally reduce the amount of clutter that we're left with by the end of the year. Stuff's gonna filter through. It's just life. It's just what it is. So to the best of my ability, I want to get rid of all that extra dead weight that I don't need to bring into 2019 with me. So if you feel the same way, keep on watching. So enter the term GYST-ing, GYST-ing. This is a term that I heard from Kaylin Nicholson. I don't know if she coined the phrase, but I love it. It stands for getting your shit together, which I think is fantastic, because how many times do we say like, damn it, I really just need to take a day and get my shit together. You know what I mean? Take a weekend, get my shit together. It's just so perfect. So when we talk about getting rid of, like what Gretchen Rubin, one of my favorite authors, says, she talks about getting the scum. It's like the scum. What is it? The scum of the surface of life. The scum off the. I don't know. essentially like all this little, like this residue kind of stuff that we just want to get rid of. So when I think of that, I'm like, yes, I just need to gist. I just need to get my shit together and just do it. Get rid of all this stuff. By the way, Kaylin Nicholson is an awesome YouTuber. I don't remember if I said that. She's like 24 years old, lives in Toronto, from Canada originally, and she's a sweetheart. She is wise beyond her years. She's fashionable as hell, and she makes these cozy, incredible videos. So I highly recommend that you go and follow her, because this 30-year-old is like just in awe of this 24-year-old, and just I mean, what age is nothing but a number, right? But I really admire her, and I love watching her videos. So go check her out. I've scheduled a week out of my time to really focus on GYST-ing. And it doesn't mean that like I'm going to take off the whole week from work or anything, but it means that with any free time I have, for the most part, I want to spend my time getting rid of this stuff, because this kind of stuff takes longer than we think it's going to. So some categories that I'm looking at, we're talking digital. So emails. For some reason, I started out the beginning of this year so good with staying on top of my emails, and just haven't been so good in like the second half of the year. So I need to go through and delete stuff, and I need to unsubscribe to certain places. I use Unroll Me, which is an incredible app. If you haven't signed up for Enroll Me yet, please do so, because it's going to be a lifesaver for you, where it essentially just bundles your emails together and says like notes, any new email list that you've become a part of, so you can just see like, oh no, I only subscribe to that for the 20% off or whatever, and you can just go through and unsubscribe so quickly. It makes the whole process so much easier. So emails, phone, in my phone alone, I need to go through my notes app, because I jot a lot of stuff down there, and it's just cluttered, and there's stuff that I can move to Google Docs, stuff I can get rid of altogether, stuff I could just better organize and consolidate. I don't like having hundreds and hundreds of random notes and like not knowing what's really there, you know. Pictures, of course, which I was using Google Photo, but I haven't learned how that whole thing works as much as I would like to. And apps. That's probably the easiest one, is just going through and deleting any apps that I don't really use, / better organizing them. I don't like seeing, you can kind of see like, I like keeping things in folders. I don't like it when they start getting like this and they take up all the space. I need to decide on, I use an app for my planner, for my just planning what I do. It's called Pocket Informant. You probably can't see that, but I will talk more about this at a later date, but essentially I need to color code things in a way that's consistent with other places that I'm color coding, like in like physical notebooks that I write in. I just need to create a new system for that, and I want to have that done before the new year. For physical related things, I need to get a new work planner for 2019, and I need to take, I have this bag of dry cleaning that is just sitting in my closet. It has been sitting there, I'm so embarrassed. God, it must be like 2 years. So I need to get rid of that. Some stuff that I have to figure out. This is kind of its own separate category. So 401k stuff. I invested in a 401k at 2 different companies, and I need to consolidate them. 2 different companies that I work for. And I need to consolidate them, and I just haven't made it a point to do that, because it seems like really convoluted and I just don't understand it all. So I need to get somebody who does understand it all to help me and just like finally put that to rest and feel good about where my savings are. And food. I need a new food plan, because I need to start not cooking, but getting back into throwing things together in a healthy way. And because I've been spending a lot of money on food, so I want to do a little bit more myself. Phew, are you tired? Because I'm tired. Before we just dive in to GYST-ing, I want us to think about how can we lessen the GYST-ing that we need to do. So if you go ahead, make a list on your own. So here's your call to action, right? You want to first spend some quiet, distraction-free time. Sit down and make a list for yourself of all the things. It's best if you can be home where like your stuff is and your computer, your laptop, or whatever you use is, so that you can really dive in and see like, okay, what do I need to GYST? What do I need to take care of? What is the clutter and the weight holding me down? That like sort of admin work of my life, if you will. Really just spend like 30 minutes, an hour. Shouldn't really take you more than an hour, but you might need a good hour to really get to the whole list and think about what those things are. So now, before you dive in to figuring out how you're going to complete these things, first look at that list and see, you know what, is there anything on this list that actually I can kind of just live with? It's whatever. Like, I can remove this from the list. that dry cleaning bag, actually the things in here I don't even want, so let's donate it to Salvation Army. Or those unread emails, you know what, if they're from stores, I just don't care. Like, I don't even want to bother with deleting them. Although that's actually a pretty easy task because you can lump delete stuff. But you know what I mean? Look and see if there's anything you don't even need to spend time on. Another way to not spend time is to look at that list and see who else can do this. Who can help me out with this? Whether I'm bartering with them or paying them or whatever. Just who else can maybe do this even better than I can do it? Now with what's left, sit down and really look at how long you think each of these things are going to take. Add on a little bit of time because things always take longer than we think. And put some time in your calendar to GYST. Now, you may want to carve out a week like I did and really spend your time focusing on that. Or maybe depending on your life circumstances and other responsibilities you have, if you have kids or family that you have to take care of or whatever, then you might want to do this a little more intermittently from now throughout the rest of the year. But just put it in your calendar and make it a priority to stick to it. That's the other piece. Accountability. How are you going to stick to it? Are you somebody that really can hold yourself to these kinds of things and get them done? Because if not, and I want you to be really honest with yourself about that, get a buddy, get a friend who also would love to do this and just get rid of their stuff from this year. And you can hold each other accountable. For me, this is going to actually be coming before my side hustle, my quiet time, my many other things. I'm putting this ahead of all those other things because that's how much it matters to me. And here's another acronym for you that I love that is from my coach, Stacy. JFDI. Just fucking do it. So make it a point to get this done somehow, some way. Again, reach out and get some accountability if you need it. All right, guys, so there you go. Get to GYST-ing. Let me know how it goes. Let me know in the comments below what you need to GYST this year. And of course, if you liked this video, please give it a big thumbs up for me. And I would love it if you would share it with your friends because I do this stuff from the heart. I do it because I love it. I do it because I want to inspire and inform. And it would mean so much if you share it because somebody might be needing it right now. I also want to mention that if you are in a 9-to-5 job that you just kind of feel meh about, and you know you were meant for more, you know that there's something else out there that you want to do, that you want to bring to the world, just some creative passion that you know could serve and help people. Maybe you've already started your side hustle. Maybe you're kind of more in the exploratory phases still and still kind of figuring out, well, what do I want to do? What do I want to be when I grow up? Or I have some ideas, but how can I make money for them? And where do I even start? And information overload. I can totally help you. I can help you get your business off the ground in 2019, monetizing from it, bringing your creative passions into the world, whether you want to monetize from it or not. I can absolutely help you. And it all starts with just a little itty bitty call between you and me. 30-minute call. I call it a complimentary breakthrough. And we're going to really get focused on what it is that you want to create, get you close to that vision, get you kind of seeing, okay, what's been holding me back, and start dreaming up the possibilities of what 2019 could look like for you in terms of your career, creative goals, and your life in general, especially if we start working together, and we'll see if we're a good fit for one another on that call. I love helping women follow their dreams and really go from just dreaming to doing and seeing that the life that they dreamed about is suddenly a reality. It is so gratifying. So if this interests you, please shoot me an email at hello@ericalh.com. That's hello@ericalh.com. And you can just type in 30-minute breakthrough or breakthrough call, whatever, in the subject message, and just kind of let me know briefly what you're up to, and we'll get a call scheduled. I would really, really love to know what's going on with you and how I can help. So I will leave that email address also in the description bar below. Thank you again for watching. Have a lovely day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye. Yeah, if only they knew I had sweatpants on. How about you get the fuck out?